Folks, thanks for joining me. This is another episode. I think episode it'll be 11 of Resonance Rise Let's Play. This is a modded Minecraft pack I've been working on, and I have been digging and building a lot off camera. And I found a bunch of fun stuff, and I've got more fun stuff to do. But I wanted to show you, ta-da, the result of what I've been working on. Oh, and show you the spiffy cape that one of our members donated to all the testers. There's a little Resonance Rising logo we cooked up. So let me just, now that my dramatic cape shot is done, let me just put on my armor. So I've been doing a little bit of mining and a little bit of digging and a little bit of building off camera. And as you can see, this little hole in the ground has gone from a little hole in the ground to something a little bit more. We've got magic wood and magic planks from, you can see the trees out there, the local wood. For now, we've got oak woods. We'll probably upgrade that in a little bit. I think I have an idea. I don't quite like the way it looks, but it's not bad. Here we've got some, if you can see, they're subtle. They're glass pressure plates. You can barely see them. We could even make them silent, too. And then down here, I've used Mine Factory Reloaded bricks of alternating colors. This is the glowstone bricks that actually emit light. And these are small blackstone bricks, which you use by dyeing, using an ink sac on bricks. And you get these. Those are from Mine Factory Reloaded. Power Crystals has really stepped up to fill the gap that Red Power left with decorative blocks. And these are nether pillars. I kind of like the way, or nether quartz pillars. I kind of like the way they look, you know, it's kind of like the stream, whoosh, whoosh, right, come down this way. In here, of course, we've got our door. I've used solid quartz for the ground. I got a ton of it. It's quite plentiful in the nether. And I use smooth whitestone and large whitestone bricks. Oh, God, these lights. We'll talk about that in a sec. So, as you can see, I've also dug out a little power room down here. Just a little thing, you know, to where we'll actually put our power generation, right? And this room doesn't have to be pretty. I'd like for our lab up here to have this nice kind of smooth clinical look. I like the sort of industrial look of this place. But as you can see, we have to do a lot of work to keep this place lit. And obviously that's not optimal. We'd like to do better than that. So I thought we'd start before getting to moving all my stuff, which I will probably do most of off camera. I will make some lights. And I thought there's a bunch of things we could do. People ask me, oh, do you have Zycraft? You could use Zycraft. And I'm like, well, the Zycraft lights are definitely cool. Oh, this is my berry farm out here from Natura. As you can see, it's starting to grow. I'm not here all the time, so it takes a while to grow. But, you know, it's getting better. Let's just put some lights out here to make sure everything is... These wonderful little local glow flowers are really, they're really lovely for just kind of lighting up a natural area. Let's put one of those down there. There we go. And we have pink flowers and red flowers. We have all sorts of flowers here. But anyways, so if you look at my inventory bar, you can see that I have a bit of hardened glass. Oh, and yes, I have died a few times. The nether is fantastically dangerous. Fantastically dangerous. Okay. So what I'd like to do is click on my power here. I will be making some better power things soon. But what I'd like to do is work a little bit on something that I have been excited to try, and that is I'm going to toss some glowstone in here. A whole stack, I think, will be a good start. And you can see that we're making liquid glowstone. Now, I'm not going to place it in the world. You can see I've got a nice little tower up there. It uses a piece of glass, and it makes a sweet little, you know, little pillar up to the sky, which is helpful when your rendering distance is far, right? I keep forgetting I install Sip Assist. So here we are cooking this guy up, right? It's using a lot more power. I don't know what we'll do here, but we've got this. So what we'd like to do, what are we going to do with this? We could put a bucket in, and we get a bucket of glowstone, but that's not what we're going to do. Instead, you might have noticed from my search, we're going to go for glowstone illuminators. Glowstone illuminators are from Thermal Expansion. They're something relatively new. I haven't seen a lot of people play with them. They're totally amazing. They can do so much stuff. One of the... Oh, we got a missing texture there. Okay, so... we're going to build a bunch of these, and as you can see, I've got a couple things on hand here for them. And what we need next is just a big block of silver, and we need a bunch of redstone. And I was thinking we were going to make a bunch of these. Now, they actually have all these really fascinating modes. Like, they can do all sorts of different things, and we're going to need a wrench for that. So I think maybe what we could do is also, while we're at it, make an Omni wrench. So let's see, how many frames do we want? Maybe... let's make, let's not use all our hardened glass, but let's make 8 for now. Just toss that back there. Toss our silver in here, and leave that for now. We do want more of this eventually. Okay, so this, I'm not sure how much this will take, but we'll see. I think it's like 1 bucket per. So let's just chuck that in there. And as you can see, we're going to get some illuminators out. Now, in the process, I've actually been putting it off, and I really would like to make it as I want an Omni wrench. So let's see, what do I need for that? I need an Omni, as I recall, I need 2 diamonds for the tips. I need a bar of gold. I need cyan wool. I don't really have a sheep farm yet, but what if I just were to go over here, grab a piece of sandstone? Anybody see where I'm going with this? Just kind of, there we go. And then, yeah, nothing happened. And then, of course, we can take that orange wool and rotate it over to cyan via our minium stone. Light blue, we don't need light blue. We don't need yellow. We don't need green. We don't need pink. We don't need gray. I wish you could color your Omni wrench. Wouldn't that be cool? Cyan. Okay. Okay. Let's just dump a little bit of our inventory here. What else do we got that we don't need? I'll need that later. Yeah, we're good for the moment. All right, so I need 2 diamonds and a bar of gold. I'm excited to get my stuff moved over. I've been kind of in a holding. Oh, did I miss the diamonds over here? I must have. Yeah, there they are. Ha ha ha. Derp. I'm excited to get to actually doing stuff. We've been after this move. I've been between my family. Someone's getting married, and I have a lot of relatives in town, and a couple other things. So it really has been quite hectic for me. I see that we are still doing this, and it looks like we are gated on power. That's okay. We'll grab these 4 and get started with them. Now, let's see. What else could we do? Oh, well, this should be enough for now. So I'll show you a few interesting things about these lights. We'll go over and we'll install them. Open up. Open says me. I gotta change the timings on this. I've been messing with it. Okay, so let's start right here. And let's break a piece of whitestone. Notice that it doesn't become cobblestone. Smooth whitestone is always smooth whitestone. Another nice feature of the decorative blocks. Okay, so you see we've got this kind of cloudy, murky thing up here. So let's just right-click it. As you can see, we've now inverted the lamp. So we could just wrench it and change the mode. Proportional is another really cool mode. What it does is it outputs light compared to the power of the redstone signal it's receiving. And I've got an idea for a fun build on that. Scaled inverse, the higher the signal, the lower the value. This is a new feature. It wasn't part of the original set. And that's really cool. What we're going to do with that is wire that up to a daylight sensor. Always off, always on is what we'll leave down for now. Right? There's no reason to ever have that turn off. We'll put another one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. And they're pretty bright too. You know, they're not bright. Come on. And wrench that sucker over. One over here. And as you can see, we'll need just 1 or 2 more to really get this room well lit. Let's just see. Other things I've been working on. Resonant Rise is ready to go to 1.5.2, and it's got some new mods coming in. As soon as Mistcraft and Galacticraft are ready for 1.5.2, we will push release of that. I'm very excited about what's in the new Mine Factory Reloaded. We've had a few problems with this version, and it seems like they go away when we upgrade. So I'm just gonna, we're just gonna upgrade. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this, and let's turn on Chicken Bones. It is helpful F7 mode and see if we get any places where they spawn. Aha, we will need to do a little bit more work right there. For now, let's just leave a light there. Could just put it right. Look, not too bad right there. Kind of a tech light there. We'll probably put a little bit more. I'd like to put 1 over each corner. Let's get rid of this. Whoa, no, not what I wanted. Okay, we'll leave a light in the corners. And then we'll leave a light in the middle. As you can see, we'll need a few more lights to make this all work, but they look pretty good. So let me show you some other cool things about them. For example, let's see, do we have anything we can use? No, but it's readily available. Love that door. Okay, so let's grab one of these. Oh no. And if I were to just take this, and this may not even be a bad call. So maybe you can get what I'm getting at, but one of the cool things you can do is you can grab these, turn off our, right, and you can just go, boop, right. Ta-da! Red lights now. Why have regular lights? And you can hear a little tone when it does it. So let's go out and grab some more stuff. I think red will be fine for this lab. I think red, you know, a little bit of a red alert situation. Kind of a submarine lighting. Kind of a futuristic submarine, I guess. Because it's all... And it comes, of course, with a default yellow. So you could put yellow back in, you'll get that look. They really are cool. I love them. This should be a little bit more. We're making 8. We want some other dye on hand. Let's go check on the rest of our chunk-loaded base. So after that, I'm going to step off camera really quick and move over all my tech gear, and then we'll get started on producing power that's a little bit more robust than these two engines. And I'm not going to go with the same heat solution I had before. Now, my original plan was to go with, how are we doing on this? Almost there. We're just really gated on power. My original plan was to go with, this is empty too. I love how I'm doing this to you. My original plan was to go with doing something along the lines of nuclear. But there's a bug in the atomic science version for this pack that means that nuclear produces like 1/10 of what it should. That is fixed in the next pack, right? But we do want to wait and not build a nuclear power plant and all the accoutrement around that. We don't want to have to go that far, obviously, because, you know, it's not worth it to go through all that trouble. Chunks taking a while to load. All right, so probably what we can do, let's turn on our helpful chicken bone system. Let's get rid of all the extra lights. Okay. We're going to need at least one. Looks like in the corners. All right, so I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back. All right, so I finished up lighting the room. I'm just going to grab something. I thought of a little thing I'd like to do before I proceed. It's kind of dark over by my house, and I really don't want witches spawning. And I thought, well, if I cooked up 2 more of these, I might be able to do something fun. So let me just, what we got here? We just need a few fence posts. Let's see, what's the fence? Is it like that? Yeah. Let's get, let's say, 8. Right. Okay, and then one other thing we need to do is go over here and grab some glass. Let's just say half a stack. I'll put the rest back. And, wait, what else do we need? We need a few more things. We need some redstone, and we need a little bit of nether quartz. Anybody know what I'm building yet? What I'd like to do is use the nature of these things to build a little bit of a helpful tool for keeping the darkness at bay. So let's go like this. I think it's like this. And then I haven't built one of these before, so I'm going off of memory. Oh, and in case you're wondering why I was in cheat mode, I was doing admin stuff. So let's put that back in recipe mode. There we go. Actually, let's just do it. Oh, and I took the advice of the folks on my channel. You notice I'm not dim anymore. Wait. So we're gonna build some of these. Wait, I need wooden slabs. Why did I grab redstone? Because I'm dumb. Let's just convert half of this. Right? And then we'll just go like that. Got all the slabs in the world now. Whew, we got too many slabs. Okay, so like this. A top layer of glass. And a middle layer of quartz. And we're only going to need 2. So let's just grab 2. Put the rest right here. We're going to save that nether quartz because probably this episode we're going to get started on Applied Energistics. I definitely need to get that going because, as you can see, my inventory situation is a bit out of hand. All right, let's just toss those in there, whatever. Okay, so let's go back to the house. I'll show you what I did. Whoop. As you can see, I've been growing jungle saplings too. I'm going to need a heck of a lot of rubber, and we're going to automate that pretty soon. Pretty much as soon as we have power. In the interim, though, let's just step right here, get rid of this, and we'll have to put one more in. But you can see that what I've done is put down a bunch of stuff. Here, here, kind of just, you know, red lights. They look good. They're always on. All right, so let's step outside and tell this darkness to get packing. All right, so right here, obviously, I don't want things spawning. So let's grab some of this fence post. and just plop it down there and here, right? We can do one more, I think. You know, that's actually fine too. Let's just get rid of one of them. It's a little too high. You know, there's this weird bug. You see I have an axe. There's a weird bug with modular power suits. That's not block lag. That even happens on my local server. I don't really understand what's happening with it, but it's just a really weird bug. Okay. So we have one of those, right? So right now it's turned off. I could make it turn always on, and that's cute, I suppose, but we could also do something even cuter. Grab one of these new toys, the daylight sensor. Okay, so now the daylight sensor will emit a redstone signal relative to how strong the light is. So then, so the more light there is, the more the more redstone signal it will emit. We can then tell this guy here, default on, mode scale proportional, mode scale inverse. Now note immediately it lit up all the way. So basically, the brighter it is, the less this lamp goes on. Right? And then I thought it'd be cute, just because this is the local flavor of this place, then this is the sky color, to grab one of these, make some pink, right? And just have these little pink lights here. So let's get that out of the way. I'm sure there are some people out there, insecure in their masculinity, who have a problem with this. But you know what? I don't care. All right, so we can do one more. Like so. 1, 2. Let's just use these convenient branches. Oh, precision movement is so hard. Okay. 3. Dunk. 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 And then we wrench it. There we go. Now we have a nice little area, keeps the darkness at bay, and you'll notice that at dawn it gets a little bit darker. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine the way it is. It just kind of looks good, right? And they'll turn off during the day, which will be a nice effect. Anyways, enough frivolity. So we have the lights done. The lights are good enough for now, and I've got enough rubber saplings for now. So obviously we need to get started on power. I thought a bunch about how to do power, and I could do oil. I could do nether lava. Nether lava works really well, of course. I could do a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's raining. Not here, though. Haha. But what I decided to do was hydrogen power. So this is a universal electricity thing, and since we have so many energy cubes on hand, you know, I have this advanced one and I have 2 basic ones, I figured why not do universal electricity. So I did some math, and it turns out that you'll see each one of these hydrogen assemblies, if we do 3 of them, it's equivalent to 1 of these coal generators running full time. So we'd like to do 6, so that we basically have 20 kilowatts of energy at any being produced at any given point in time. Sounds good to me. So what do we need for that? Well, we need 2 things. The first thing we need is let's see, a hydrogen generator, right? So we're going to need a few of these, and we're obviously going to need a bunch of osmium. And I did go mining, so I have another stack of it ready. And this electrolytic core, all right? So this is the block that will actually burn the hydrogen and produce power. That's what this block does. Now, the other thing that we need a, I think it's let's see, there we are. An electrolytic separator. Now, this is the thing that, given a water supply, will actually produce hydrogen and oxygen. So it electrolyzes the water. And it needs power to do this. So the goal here is to get to the point where we're producing more power than we're using, right? And the generators have an internal buffer they can use, and so does the separator, so that they can kind of keep themselves going in normal operation. But if you overdraw them, they all shut down, and unless you have a power supply on hand, they don't come back up. Don't sweat it, though. We should have lying around here somewhere at least 2 energy cubes. So we'll upgrade one of those guys to advanced, and we'll keep this like a couple of them as primary power outputs and a few of them as secondary power outputs. So let's get started with these. The first thing we're going to need is at least we're going to need 3 of these electrolytic cores per set. We'll start with just making 3 of these generators, and then I'll probably do the rest off camera. So we're going to need 1 for each side. We're going to need 1 to produce the hydrogen and 1 to consume it. So we need 6 of these electrolytic cores. What do we need for these? We need some osmium dust. I think I actually have some on hand. Yeah. Got the osmium dust. We're going to need some gold dust, some iron dust, and just a ton of these enriched alloys. So we're going to need 5 per. So if we're going to be making 6 of them, then we need 30, obviously. We have 34, so we'll need to make some more in a little bit, but for now we should be fine. Let's also grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, right? Let's modify our pulverizer to not output. Okay, there, it won't output at all, right? And let's toss this in and this in. Okay. We also want to grab our osmium dust. Oh, we got it. All right, so let's start by running over here and making the electrolytic cores that we need. And we'll actually need to make a little bit more of this enriched alloy, won't we? Because we're not going to have enough. Well, okay. What are we missing? Redstone? Yeah. So let's just grab this. Let's unblock this redstone. It's pretty stuff, but... And then, obviously, I'm missing the iron in the thing. Okay, why don't we also cook up some of this more enriched alloy as we go here. So we need that, and for that we'll need redstone and iron, I think. Alright, that's good. That's good. We can manage this. We can definitely manage this. So my goal is to get to the point where I'm 100% applied energistics. That'll be great, a great goal. And then I'll also be generating power. As soon as we update the pack to the next version, I'll be going and doing some nuclear power, which I'm also excited about. We should probably kick on our engines. But I'd like to get to the point where I don't have to worry about engine fuel. Alright, looks like we got everything we need here. Okay. So now let's run over here. We have the osmium dust. We have the redstone. So let's go like this. Alright, so we have 6. Perfect. Now, can we make just the electrolytic cores? Okay, we have those. Can we make one of these? We're missing iron. That's okay. As you can see, I got a ton of iron. Let's just grab another stack. Although at this rate, I'm going to be burning through it fast. And how are we doing on cooking these up? Wow. Got a ways to go on that. Okay, no problem. No problem. So we'll start with this. We just need one more. What do we lack? Enough alloy. Should have enough by now. And okay. So that's a good start. Whoa. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Let's toss a few things in here for now. Well, wait, let's keep these on hand. Get rid of the minium. There's a bush. Probably need to sort that at some point soon. Okay, so now we'd like to go ahead and make the generators. Electrolytic or hydrogen generator. What do we need for you? We obviously need more electrolytic cores. We need just a ton of osmium, right? So we need the steel casings. I think we're a little low on... Well, we have enough for at least 2. We'll need to make a little bit more. Let's see here. Should have enough for a bit more. And we're carrying enough iron. Ugh, come on. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm so lazy. There we go. Really? What's the problem? Let's go like this. Okay. We need a few more at least. So let's just go ahead and make all that we can with this coal supply. That's 8. Fantastic. I really need to get a better way to do this. Okay, we probably got enough of that in there. Let's just cut in line. Yeah. Doing good on that for the moment. And we'll need steel casings. Maybe I should have cooked this up in advance. Usually I try to cook things up in advance, just to, you know, speed things along. And we have a bit of steel on hand, so let's just get enough to get everything. There we go. Okay. That should be enough for what we need now. Okay, so we need 6 steel casings. And you can watch me run back and forth as I forget to grab things. We'll need this much osmium. Okay. 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 What am I missing? Oh, I'm a little bit short on steel. Well, we'll have more in a sec. Let's just finish this part up. And then we need... That should be everything we need on hand. Shift-click. We'll just need a little bit more steel. We can also just toss this in here. Do you have anything that would help for that? No. Okay. Can toss these back in to finish cooking. And grab a little bit more steel that we need. And we're short a casing. That's what we're short. One more casing. And... Oh, we had a crash. Be right back. Okay, little crash fix, back. We now have the hydrogen generator and the electrolytic separators that we need. So, we need a few more things before we can go over and start our work. We're going to need to make some room in our inventory. We need to grab some buckets. And we're going to need to grab... Oh, we had some extra steel casings. That's okay, though. That's okay. And what we're going to do next is we're going to actually make an aqueous accumulator really quick, and we'll use that to feed these guys, because they can suck water directly off the ground, and that's fine for all intents and purposes. But it's kind of not what we want most of the time, because it is a little bit difficult to control that. It's kind of block laggy, things like that. So just need a machine frame. There we are. Which should have everything on hand for right off the bat. And then we need an aqueous accumulator. We just need, for that, we're going to need a pneumatic servo. Oh, and we're missing the redstone. Of course I put the redstone away. Wouldn't need it or anything. Right. Aqueous accumulator. I'm missing... no, I have tin. Alright, and finally, we'll need a few liquiducts. Now, if I recall correctly, the recipe for this is some tin and hardened glass. We don't want to use all of our hardened glass, but we do need some of it. So let's just make that, and then I think we need a little bit more tin. Pick up, please. Oh, someone's been generating chunks on the server, and it's quite slow. Ah, there we go. Someone was logging in on the server. That's why. Okay. So, liquiduct. Oh, wait, it's copper. What am I saying? Of course it's copper. That doesn't make it... Actually, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Like, you use tin for the pneumatic servos, but then copper for the... I have to talk to Lenning about that. That doesn't make a ton of sense. Of course, I guess it's too late now to change. Alright, so we made all this for a reason. Let's get that done. Okay, we have tons of liquiducts now, more probably than we need. Finally, we need 2 buckets to get an infinite water supply. And I always end up destroying my buckets or something like that. I'm like, they're just 3 iron, and I run away, and then I don't have them later when I need them. So let's, can I just fill it? Fill it. Come on. Ugh. That seems lame. Minecraft, fix your garbage, Minecraft. I'm angry now. Okay. What have I done? Oh! Oh no! I have misclicked, and as a result, caused a severe problem. Okay, that's got to be fixed really fast. What do I need for that? I have an iron door. Shoot. Oh. Folks, so let me tell you what's happening as I struggle to fix this. I need 1 ender pearl, and I need enough iron to make the rest of this. So what's happening now is that rift is unbound, it's free, and it's terrible because it will proceed to eat the world around it. Even though the rift spreading is off, it can still cause damage sometimes. I don't know if that's a bug or intended, but it's very scary. Okay, so let's we have an unstable door. You saw me make it here. Unstable door. This is the problem with modular power suits, is they're so hard to control. As you can see, I can't even get up there. I'm panicking. Let's just take the stairs. Okay, screw the jump. Take the stairs. Okay, you're right here. Oh, as you can see, it clears up and gets bound to the door. I hope the other side isn't broken too. Well, we'll find out in a sec. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Well, that was kind of terrifying. You missed it earlier. I had a bad cut. I had some bad audio, and I couldn't show it. But yeah, server's being a little slow. I went down here to show this my power room, and it's full of witches. There were like 6, and I was no witches. All right. So where do we want to put this? We probably want to put this like over. I imagine we'll be putting a bunch of UE machines over here, so we'll be running some wiring up there to the top. Right. So let's leave that like there. We'll be running wire up. Let's put that light there so as to not cause problems for us in the future. And let's start by burying the aqueous accumulator. That's not a dirty word. As you can see, by the way, there's a nice little cavern down here full of stuff and witches. So effectively unmineable because it's full of witches. And witches put you in ditches. So let's just seal this up. So even though it'd be funny to just leave it open, it won't cause any problems this way. All right, and we'll put that there. We'll plonk our aqueous accumulator down. I'm sure you've seen people set this up a million times before. So you just put an aqueous accumulator down, and then you put water on either side, if you haven't seen this before. And note that the water is the fun color. Okay, so then we put down water over here, and boom, we now have high speed. Well, we will in a sec. Right? Oh, is it falling out? Doesn't look to be. Okay, there we go. It's just the server's being a little laggy. That's okay. That's okay. Where did my liquid ducts go? Did I drop them? Ugh. I bet this is riveting, watching me fumble around for my stuff. I know I just made them. Did I drop them back at the base in my panic? Might have. It's always a possibility with me. Okay, where are my liquid ducts? Uh-huh. I tossed them in there for some reason. Oh well. Not even going to try with that jump. God, that was so scary with the door. I thought it was the end. That can just be, it can be the worst. Alright. Open sesame. Thank you. A lot of people are playing on the server right now, or a lot of the what I would call the hardcore players. Okay, so we have these machines. So we're going to put this here, and we're going to put this here, and then we're just going to whack it with the wrench so that they will fill up. You'll notice that we don't have to turn this to the mode where it where it has output and has to be powered. We just don't even have to because it takes care of all that for us. That's the nice part about the aqueous accumulator. All right, so now next thing we want to do is put down these hydrogen separators. So they go like this, right? We'll put them against the wall. Pretty cool model, I think. Oh, wait. No, I don't want that. It's same meta ID. Inventory tweaks. You know, I'm thinking of removing it from the pack. People seem to love it. Honestly, it seems just kind of broken to me. And I seem to have an extra electrolytic separator. I'll have to wait to fix that. Okay. All right, let's put another one down there. You know what happened? In the lag, it accidentally made one of these. You didn't see me do this. Sometimes, actually, they're almost exactly the same cost, so don't get up in my grill about this. This is the hydrogen generator. There we go. Don't get up in my grill about that, and we'll turn it back off because they're basically the same cost, and it was just during that freaking crash lag, I accidentally made them. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's the way you lay them out, and we then will have to run wire to all of them. But they should all be gaining water now, right? You can see that they've all got water, and we're going to ask them to dump their oxygen, right? Dump oxygen. So now they won't keep their oxygen around. They just dump it. Because we have no interest in the oxygen. Now we could use tanks and output directly over here. As you can see, they're actually already starting to output a little bit. These guys have a power buffer, and if you give them a little bit of time, they can charge it up on their own. We are going to be keeping a power buffer on hand themselves. So I need to go and grab a bunch of junk, which is no fun. You already saw me do it once, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the stuff. I had to go out and kill some cows, which is good because I got some meat, which I was pretty hungry. Hunger's been a real issue on this server. All right, so you can see that we got these guys in there doing their work. So if we were to output over here, like so, right, and then put down our advanced energy cube right here, right, you can see that we've got some action going on here, right, and they're slowly draining their hydrogen. Now, these guys have been outputting a very small amount of hydrogen, and they'll need more if they're going to succeed. So one of the things we're going to do is take this almost full basic energy cube and put this off to the side. Right? Actually, we'll do even better than that. Let's rotate it like this. Oh. There we go. And then we're going to run some wire. Well, actually, we should go like fudge. Probably off the top? Yeah. So that we don't cross-connect the lines. So we go like 1. So we got 5 megajoules here. This is just a backup power supply to help us kick off our power system. So we go like there. And then 1, 2, 3. Already they seem healthier, right? And we'll keep extending the line out. I think we can power up to 9 in my tests. So this guy should be draining energy out, and this guy should be accepting energy in. As you can see, he's full. And in fact, this worked out perfectly, because now I just rotate this to face up like so, and then I can run the wire straight up. Like this. Right. And then we just walk up here. And then we'll put the we'll put a little bit more wire here, right? And then we'll put the energy cube here, facing upwards, right? So now we have a nice 120 volt line that we could put right in the middle here. We might bring it down 1 just to give us some room, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Let's just do that right now. Right, let's just go. You can see it's already charging up. Okay, perfect. And we can just leave a piece of, well, we'll leave it alone for now. I'll obviously need to go and make more wire, which is going to become a real problem soon. Universal electricity wire is not cheap. But you can see that these guys are just running now. They're doing their job. And if we were to look at them, we'd see that they are full of water, and they are outputting their hydrogen at all times. And we're getting a pretty good, steady 200 joule output from these guys, which is great. That's exactly what we want. And these guys will be outputting over time, and it will be perfect. So, yeah. I think that this should be enough for us to start moving things over. The only other thing I want to do is I have another basic energy cube that I'm going to run up there, and that one I'm going to run probably over here. I'll need some more wire to do it, right? But we're probably going to put that over here. This is where the mine joule energy cube will go, because the energy cubes, if you recall, output energy based off of how much work they think they need to do for a given network. So if they connect them to a network that uses Buildcraft energy, they think they need to output Buildcraft energy, and the result is that they use that. Now, the only thing I wish is that we had a better plan. It looks like we have pretty good storage going on here. So I will verify this is all working as intended. All right, well, this is it. So I'm just going to start moving things. I know that the last few episodes, people have commented that I've been kind of spotty, like doing a lot of stuff off camera. But honestly, do you really want to see me move stuff? I mean, let's face it, it's not very exciting. So we'll do that later. Okay, so I got a few more things just coming back. I noticed something, by the way. Notice that my power bar there, it says 559, but my battery's max is 500. What's going on there? And in fact, it's going up. I couldn't figure it out. So I looked here. Stored energy is going up in these guys, right? What the heck is going on there? Evidently, I'm draining off of some of these generators. So anyways, I made a few more of these, pretty much exhausted my existing supplies. And I also laid that out more. So now we can just go doop. And then one of these. And like we planned, put one there and then one there. These guys should be getting water. Hopefully that'll be enough. I think that one aqueous accumulator can do it. I think it can. Yeah, and we'll set these guys to dump their oxygen. We don't want them to stop working just because they have oxygen. Don't want them to dump their hydrogen. One click. And then we run some wire, and as you can see, I made a bunch more. I built a wire mill, or a installation refiner. Okay, so now, and we also have another energy cube up there. So now we are actually running basically the equivalent of 2 full-time coal generators. This should be about 20 kilowatts of power running non-stop, right? And that's great because that means we just don't have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff going on. We don't have to come in and fuel it. It's sort of semi-passive. It's not exactly 100% reliable. I think that this battery will be taxed to the max to restart these guys. And as you can see, it lost a little bit of its power getting everybody up to speed. But everybody should be doing, and we're water positive, as they say. So I think that we're doing good. And the hydrogen is gradually going upwards on those guys, which means that we're not using as much power. We're not using hydrogen faster than we can produce it, which is what we needed. Because the big problem is with this guy has a big beefy 240 volt output. And you can see he's going up pretty fast now. This is fantastic, right? That's exactly what we want. So there you go. A universal electricity hydrogen farm. This is sort of a medium, it's pretty expensive, but it's sort of a medium tier power generation. It's definitely not as powerful as nuclear, but it's also a heck of a lot safer. There's really no risk to this system. And we can extend it out a pretty fair ways. Actually, I think the wire will become a limiting factor. And then this guy's ability to kickstart the system will also become a limiting factor. And note how fast he's turning on so quick, right? And yet this guy's still charging up speedily. So that's just, I'm really pleased about how much power we seem to have. And I think this fellow is constantly outputting just a little bit of power to these guys over time as some of them overdraw their hydrogen and then reach into their buffers. And that's okay, as long as we're outputting more. So we're outputting a solid 200 joules. For reference, by the way, wait, was that going up? Oh, whoa, whoa, here we got some real power happening here. Look at this. Look at this. What is even happening? I'm not even sure. Are we just... Oh, that's his buffer. Okay. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? These guys are now, there's no power draw on them anymore. Everybody's full up. And so they've buffered a good 40 kilojoules. So, yeah, I guess that's nice. That's 240 kilojoules just right there off the bat that we can dump out of the system. But for reference, my previous system with the heat generators was only outputting... each one individually was outputting, gosh, like 15 joules a tick, and these guys output 200. So, yeah, we're doing pretty well on power now compared to where we were before. We should have no problems. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over my various workstations and set them up the way I had them before. And as soon as I have that done, because again, that's boring, I will start with Applied Energistics. And I'm really excited. I feel like this is the first big step I needed to take to get moved in, right? To have a power system. It is passive, but it's definitely different from solar or anything like that. So the next thing we're going to do is get Applied Energistics on. And then we're going to start seeing if what we can deal with all of our various shortages. For example, I've got a real problem with leather. I need a lot of leather for universal electricity. And I also need a lot of leather for other stuff too, like books and Ars Magica and all sorts of things. I have a real problem with rubber. I'm very tired of hand farming rubber, and I've got a big supply of rubber lined up. I just need to be able to use it. And you can see if you look out here, I've been planting Mine Factory loaded rubber trees and then hand harvesting them. Oh wow, look, this tree got stuck to the... That's almost cool. Well, anyways, every time I want to set up a Mine Factory Reloaded farm, and now I have power to do that, so I'm going to do that right over there. And in general, we just want to get this place well apportioned. So I think, though, that this power system and the various things we've built around it are all the time we have for this episode. This episode, I think, has been a little bit shorter than some of my previous ones, but I wanted to actually start disciplining myself to kind of cap them down. So next up, we're going to be doing some. I'm going to move between episodes. I'm going to move everything, and then I'm going to. I'm also probably going to do a little bit of work on other stuff. Next episode, we will be building Applied Energistics. We'll be building out a fairly serious system. I'll also see if I have time, because a lot of Applied Energistics is super boring to watch. It's just, I don't know if you've seen these new recipes. Let me go like this. Oh, by the way, sorry for having that on. I was actually using it. So check this out. Applied Energistics. Let's look for the ME controller. Have you seen these new recipes? They're intense. So instead of just using regular quartz, you need Fluix crystals. What are the Fluix crystals? Well, they're nether quartz, Certus quartz, and redstone, and you can't swap between them. So let's look, for example, at what the 4K. Let's see, with a 4K cell. Right. Let's look at this. Right. Needs a storage cluster. Da 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 da. Wait, nope. Let's go to the 4K one. It'll get down faster. Right. So let's check this out. Or maybe just a machine. But you have to like pulverize stuff to make Fluix dust. Fluix. So this is like instead of Fluix pearl. I don't even know what you need that for. And then Fluix dust. You got to combine all these things, so you're constantly. Basically, the recipes are a lot harder. Is what I'm trying to say. All right, so I'm hoping that the episodes will start picking up really soon. Sorry if these have been a little boring as I get all my stuff moved. I just don't have the stuff I need to start moving forward, but we'll get into some of the more advanced technology real fast. And as soon as the Resonant Rise mod pack opens up to 072, we are going to make a heck of a nuclear power plant, because I'm tired of having all this baby power lying around. And we're also going to start getting into some more advanced Mine Factory Reloaded stuff that I can't wait to show you. We've been holding off on a couple betas because of bugs, but it'll be good. So with that, I think this is the wrapping up point. Please like or subscribe, I'm supposed to tell you. Like I said, I'll keep filming even if you don't, but if you get me to the point where I have 1,000 subscribers, then I will start doing live Google Hangouts of these as I record them, and I will let people come on and talk. And if I get to that, then my 1,000th subscriber, I will. Let's see. How about this? How about this? My 250th, my 500th, my 1,000, my 750th and my 1,000th subscriber will get invites to Resonant Rise if they'd like. Or they'll just get invites but don't have to join, and I'll sync them up with the mod pack work as I do it. Now, that'll still be a private mod pack. No one's going to call me on that. As for permissions, working on it. I know everybody's asking. That's going to be a slow process. There's a lot of people to talk to. So thank you for watching. I hope that you had some fun at least. And hopefully you can join me and you can watch me in the next episode.